13, obviously considered unlucky. It was built here in the River Thames as well. It was built upriver in 16 different sections. It was constructed here in the river and then it was lifted to where you can see it still stands today. And at the time, it was the largest structure to ever be vertically lifted in a single movement. I was also only supposed to stay in London for about 2 years before being moved across to different cities all across the UK. But they kept it here permanently because it makes so much money here in the capital. On a very busy day, the London Eye can make about £480,000 just one day. Takes about 30 minutes for one full rotation of the eye. At the top you can see about 25 square miles all around. It's the 4th largest wheel in the world as well. When it first went up, it was the biggest wheel in the world, but it's been overtaken now by wheels in Asia and in America. If you look on the boat on your left-hand side, this boat which says Pub on the Thames on that sign on it, it's called the Tattershall Castle.
Let's go to upholstery.
This next bridge is Charing Cross Railway Bridge. If you follow the bridge to your left, you'll see Charing Cross Station there. That station is designed to look like an old number 13, obviously considered unlucky. It was built here in the River Thames as well. It was built upriver in 16 different sections. It was constructed here in the river and then it was lifted to where you can see it still stands today. And at the time, it was the largest structure to ever be vertically lifted in a second. So,
Family flight. Typical. Tanto buona. London Eye.
How many today? Just the one?
Just me.
I would have mind your step.
Hi, I'm Leia. I live around here in Southwark. Welcome to the lastminute.com London Eye. Are you ready to be part of London's skyline?
siap untuk satisfied. Tempat lah, pasti yang mau langsung Jangan lah, Dah malah fini bisa. Gay, densus, sebenarnya. Ini kayak mau panen saja, nasi mau jadi lewat Oui, bah là, le contrôle de débit.
Oui, c'est vrai, hein, bien joué.
As you face the river, the first bridge to your right is the Hungerford Bridge. It's a Victorian railway bridge that connects Waterloo Station on the east side of the river to Charing Cross Station on the west. The next bridge along the river is Waterloo Bridge. It's often referred to as the Ladies' Bridge, as it was built during World War II. And while many men were away fighting, the majority of the workforce that built this bridge was female. Good going, ladies. It connects to the Savoy Hotel on the left, the square building. He went on to create his own chain, the Ritz Hotels.
Vì nó có được chít có tôi sẽ tăng được. It's fine. Thank you. Ich habe das Skybound gehen, oder? Dann hat es den Kran und jetzt hinten das Haus. Hab ich das Ganze It was all lights.
Oh, I think that was.
Were you thinking something was going to happen?
As we go up, look to the right down the river and you'll see the mighty dome of St. Paul's Cathedral. Stunning, right? This and completed in 1710. He originally wanted the dome to resemble a pineapple. Back then, a pineapple would have cost the equivalent of £5,000, and so were often seen as a symbol of wealth. Further east, you can see the triangular shape of the Shard rising into the sky. It was designed by Italian architect Renzo Piano, and at 309 meters.
Does it even feel like moving? No. Yep, all that. Sorry?
It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Doesn't matter. Why that one is empty?
Well, we walked across the bridge to get here. I don't know this one. Yeah. Right.
7 hours, 7 hours.
Okay.
How about you?
8.
I am,
8 hours. And we're lucky we have a direct.
we have a direct, but I don't like direct. Too tiring.
Yeah, well, that many hours. Yeah.
40 hours.
Yeah. Ours, 8 hours.
So I like to take a break. 7
Yeah.
hours.
You know what that is, that big tower that purple? Yeah, I don't either. I'm just curious.
Petrol box in the
Yeah.
I usually think that
See,
So you do? You like it direct?
yes, I can sleep.
I can sleep. I can't sleep.
I sleep for a long time.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, I envy you.
14 hours.
I think you can sleep. Yeah. Ours is
8. 8, but I tell myself 7. I feel better at 7. Even if it's 8. If I say 7, I
just lying.
The big building with the light green roof straight across the river is the Ministry of Defence, which is the headquarters for the British Armed Forces. Behind there is 10 Downing Street, where the Prime Minister lives. Beyond that is the Horse Guards Parade, where the changing of the guard can be seen daily. I wouldn't bother trying to make them laugh. They probably heard every joke in the book. You can also see St James's Park, one of 8 royal parks that can be visited in London. It's a great spot for a picnic. And while you're there, look out for the parakeets. Buckingham Palace, the official residence of the King, is just past the park. The palace has 775 rooms, including 240 bedrooms, 92 offices, 78 bathrooms, its very own post office, and a private cinema. I wonder what the King's favourite film is.
That's just fantastic view.
Yeah, because he's really like, what are you talking about?
Because I said that you
No, we did.
we did. Yesterday.
We did. It's nice. Are you taking it? Yes.
After we should have.
Toch was het van eind van het jaar in mijn nooit loopt in de kleine. Waarschijnlijk niet eens meer terug.
Ja, die kan jij nu nog.
Yeah, it really, they start out there. It's really. Oh, yeah, I think that, yeah, I think it, like, when we did.
Maar dat is nog steeds niet zo goed gedaan.
Yeah.
Dat is de boekje.
Yes, yes.
Kleine kastje, je komt het erg wijs zijn. Dat is een kleine kastje.
Steht auf dem
Do you live in the
Aber warum ich glaube, okay, was mir das auch mit
Het is eigenlijk typisch in the way. Das Wasser auf die Distanz so saumäßig hart ist, dass eigentlich schon Bett und Boden gehen.
So are you back?
Ja, mir würde doch oben laufen.
Oh, they get
Nee. Want het is als Wasser und Floß spielen in die 4 Millionen.
Aber wenn jetzt einfach so die Bande rausgehen,
Ja.
vielleicht kann ich einfach so
Also versuch es sicher mal, und was weiß.
Dann irgendwie, dass wir wie vor 20 Meter springt.
Eben. Und dann ist das Wasser so hart, wie wenn du Beton wirst.
Ja, 20 Meter kann man ja noch springen.
Ja, aber das ist nicht mehr 20 Meter.
Aber da können sie trotzdem probieren, ab dem
Ja.
Nein, maar ook der Slotendek moet naar boven springen, daar moet ik.
Ja, maar schon gut, wie führen kommt man dann hoffen, dass dort unten das Wasser gut ist. Ja, eben.
Ja, ja, ich
Ich hoffe,
hoffe.
das Wasser kommt. Das ist natürlich ein bisschen schwierig.
Because I had friends
Relativ schnell.
If you look to the closest bridge to your left, you'll see Westminster Bridge. Past the bridge is the Palace of Westminster, also known as the Houses of Parliament. It was originally a royal residence, but no monarch has lived there since the 16th century. In 1834, a fire broke out which destroyed most of the former palace. During the incident, men inside the tower that rings every hour. Now look at the building closest to us. That's County Hall. It was once a home to the Greater London Council until it was disbanded in the 1980s. But it now houses loads of attractions for Merlin Entertainments. As well as our ticket office, you can find the London Dungeon, Shrek's Adventure, and the Sea Life London Aquarium. Something for all the family.
Gib mal Brille.
Das ist das,
Aber die Brille ist verbrannt.
Ja, vor allem damals, als dann so viel Regen, dann sind wir wirklich schwieriger da.
I don't blame.
Aber in heißt der Elvis?
Eigentlich ist das auch neu, das ist keine Ahnung, aber es wäre cool.
Warum heißt du Big Dan und dann gibt es nur Redon?
Aber das fragst du gar nicht. No sé.
Ja, ich kann dann einfach nicht mehr schwimmen.
Yeah.
It's photo time. Strike a pose. Please stand in the marked photo areas to the side of the capsule, facing out. You can buy your photo in the gift shop after your flight.
There, right here. Here.
Yeah.
Right there.
Ready? Smile.
Oh, thank you,
Okay, our flight is almost over, so please make sure you take everything with you when you leave. We really hope you enjoyed being part of London Skyline, and we'd love to hear about your trip. So please rate us on TripAdvisor.
I just come from
Please stand clear of the opening doors. If you're a wheelchair user, please let other guests get off first. Our team will lend your hand if you need it.
I'm feeling reversed, but this is.
Malaysia. Kuala Lumpur.
Even though I just said that.
Was someone one day?
I'm proud of myself.
5 years old. Okay. Okay. Quite powerful. Okay, see you.
Just see you.
And have a great day. Bye-bye.
Go to Upholstery.